Good morning, guys and gals. Hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know I did. So we'll get right back into our video, my collection anyway, to show you some more of my DVDs and Blu-ray. The first one I want to show you is A Miracle in the Woods, starring Meredith Baxter, Della Reese, Patricia Heaton, and Anne Klumsky. I hope I pronounced that right. Okay, and the next one we have is Soul Survivors, The Killer Cut, with Casey Affleck, Wes Bentley, Eliza Dushku, Melissa Sage Miller, and Luke Wilson. So are you familiar with that one? And of course, some of my spiritual stuff. This is Christ. And then Brad Pitt and Ad Astra. A little space flick. And of course, T-34, action-packed war picture. Beetlejuice, 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 with Michael Keaton. Of course, Kiefer Sutherland and his father, Donald Sutherland, did a movie called Forsaken. Now, some of this stuff I'm going to skip over just because it has no really value except for me. It has no meaning except to me. Well, I'll show it to you anyway. You probably say, oh, what is it? This is the 30 Years of National Geographic. It's a little documentary type special. And then here's Sherlock Holmes and the Hounds of Baskerville. Now I do have this stars Jeremy Brett and oh, what's his name? Come on. I was just seeing a special on him the other day. Well, it doesn't matter. But this is a movie that goes with a collection of Sherlock Holmes. I have, with Jeremy Brett, I have the series, which is a very good series. Matter of fact, I think it's the best one I've seen. Of course, I do enjoy watching Basil Rathbone as Sherlock Holmes back in the early days. I mean, the older movies, you don't get to see those anymore. And of course, they have meaning as well to me and other seniors like myself. Of course, like I say, there are some pictures in here that have only meaning to me, so I won't show them to you. A very good movie with Kevin Costner. It's called 3 Days to Kill. Kevin Costner is suffering from a rare disease, which is going to leave him dead in 3 days, and he is contracted by Amber Heard to do some murders, or is it Haley Steinfeld? But anyway, she has the cure for his disease, and in order for him to get that cure and keep him going, he has to go out and do these sanctions. It's a very good movie. Of course, Amber Heard and her latest adventure with Johnny Depp. Okay, Pacific Rim. This is the first of two pictures. And I'm going to put that over here because I'm going to look for its brother here, which I have. When I moved over here, I just when I got moved in, I just threw all my movies into shelves. So they're spread out. This should be together with Pacific Rim something. I forget what it's called. But I'm gonna hang on to that, and we'll find his brother and we'll put them both together. Got a lot of Disney discs here. Where I used to work at Disney. Some movies and stuff that are only of interest to me, so that's why you see me going from side to side. Here's another great picture. It's called The Seeker. It's something like, I won't say Harry Potter level. You might want to see this if you haven't already. Discover the signs and defend the light. Live the adventure. The Four Brothers. Now getting back in a little kiddie movie. How about The Grand Champion? It's a great picture. Michael Crawford in concert. This is Michael Crawford played. I think I showed this to you before, but he played the Phantom in the Phantom of the Opera. One of many actors who did that, the singer actors, and did a very good job, if I might say so myself. Now here's something along the lines of Indiana Jones, and if you liked, what was it, National Treasure with Nicolas Cage, you will definitely love this. This is The Last Templar with Mark Shabino and Victor Garber, with Omar Sharif and Scott Fidley. This girl on the cover here plays an archaeologist, and the guy behind her, this guy, is an FBI agent. And all kinds of stuff happen. Okay, we have The Color of Magic here with Sean Astin from Goonies and Lord of the Rings. I have yet to see it. I understand it's a terrific movie. We'll see. X-Men. We all know what that one's about. Now here's a really nice film. This is called Something the Lord Hath Made, starring Alan Rickman and Mos Def. Alan Rickman is looking for a way to stop. Well, it's on the crackling line of cardiovascular medicine. He's looking for a way to revive people who have a heart attack, and what is born out of that is the defibrillator. I hope that you will watch this. This is a very, very, very good movie. I have 2 copies of it, by the way. That's why I got to put it over here so I can find his brother. One of the best action adventure movies I think has been ever made, with a female lead. The Hunger Games. Of course, there are other movies, but The Hunger Games with Jennifer Lawrence just tops it all. Of course, there was, you know, the Christ, you understand what I'm saying? You get down to where you were trying to remember stuff and you can't remember it. I'll think of it in a minute. Divergent series. There we go. Of course, we now have Ron Howard in The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, and of course below that is The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. To a guy like me, these are classics. Now, if you collect DVDs, I mean really collect them, and you're really into doing it right, then you'll want to have that as a copy of your own. Here's Exodus, Gods and Kings. This is excellent. The Quick and the Dead, Gene Hackman, Raquel Welch. I'm sorry, not Raquel Welch, Sharon Stone. I apologize for that. Even I make mistakes. And of course, Larry the cable guy, health inspector. I think everybody's got a copy of that. And of course, I have the American Great Westerns, the 2 DVD pack with 11 movies over 10 hours. These are the old classics, which not many people, too many people have seen. If you have, you're way up at the age and so forth. My friend passed away here recently, and he had a DVD collection, which he left me as an administrator of his will. So the family told me anything I wanted out of his home I could have, and of course I saved his DVD collection and a few other things. Here's another one, Blood Alley with John Wayne and Lauren Bacall. This is a great picture. Double feature, Robert De Niro and Billy Crystal, and analyze this and analyze that. Okay, now we're going to really get into a collection of mine as I move this stuff around. Ah, that's better. As I told you before, you see my Star Wars collection. Now you'll see my Star Trek collection. This is from the 60s. All 3 seasons of Star Trek on Blu-ray. Of course, I didn't care for the Star Trek Next Generations. There's too many characters to keep up with for me. Now I have a 3-movie collection of Star Trek. I'm sure you recognize all those movies. Star Trek Into the Darkness, Star Trek Beyond. Now I have bought the Blu-ray collection of all 10 Star Trek pictures. Of course, I'm not going to sit here and name them all. You go because you know them all. If you're a serious Star Trek fan, you can name them by heart. Okay, one of the things that I did have to go back and get is the animated version of Star Trek. I think it's a necessary, if you're a Star Trek fan, that you want this in your collection. This is the animated series with William Shatner, DeForest Kelley, Leonard Nimoy, and of course the voices they lended to the series. And that's going to do it for Part 8, I believe. And we'll see you for Part 9 of our DVD collection. But until then, I'm James. See you next time. Take care.